Hello guys, welcome to this session on conditional statements in Python. So far we learned about how to execute a program, various operators and different data types in Python. In this particular session, you will be learning about what are conditional statements and why we use conditional statements in our program. Also, different types of conditional statements and how to implement them in our Python programming. So let's get started. What are conditional statements? Conditional statements are the statements which are executed based on evaluation of certain conditions. Let's understand by an example. Let's say we want to buy a product out of two. What we do? We evaluate both the product based on different conditions such as price, features, or based on some other information like ratings, etc. Right? Finally, based on all these conditional checks, we took a decision and buy a product. This is nothing but a decision making based on available information, and finally we go with buying one product, right? Likewise, in order to take a decision on which set of statements need to be executed as part of the program, we use if statement to evaluate a condition along with relational operators. And also, we use logical operators to validate more than one conditions in single if statement. The different types of conditional statements are if condition, the simple if condition, if else condition, if elif condition, and nested if condition. So these are the different types of conditions supported by Python. Let's understand how to implement these statements in Python programming with some examples. Until now, we learned all Python concept using Python console. From now on, we will be executing Python statements in a file with .py extension so that it will be easy for us to reiterate or modify or copy the same set of statements again and again. We can execute multiple scenarios. So that's why we are going with file-based execution. So let's open PyCharm IDE and see how we can implement these conditional statements in Python. We have our PyCharm IDE ready. Let's create a file by right click on a project folder, click on new, click on Python file, enter the file name as conditional statement. Now let's get started with how to implement different conditional statements in Python. The first type of conditional statement is nothing but the simple if condition. What an if condition does is it will validate a condition to either true or false. If the result is true, then the block of code following if condition will get executed. Otherwise, that block won't get executed. Let's understand by an example. Let's create a variable called num and assign value entered by the user. Num equal to input, please enter an integer number. Here we are using input function to accept user input. Input function always return string as a output. So we need to convert string to an integer using int function. Now num equal to int of num. Now we have converted the string to an integer and saved that particular number, whatever the user going to enter, that will be saved in num variable. Now I am going to write a statement to validate whether the number is greater than 0 or not with the help of relational operator. We validate the number using if condition. If num greater than 0, I am ending the if statement by a colon. Here colon indicates that there is a block of code that follows the if statement to get executed if the condition evaluates true. So I'll be having a print statement to display the message like it's a positive number. Print it's a positive number. Here in Python we don't use parentheses to open or close a block of code like other high-level programming languages. Python considers the set of statements which are at the same level as block of code and will execute all the statements if condition satisfies. If the statement starts from the starting of a line, Python will consider that particular statement is not in a block of code and will execute in sequence once all the statements gets executed which are at the same level. So indentation is very important in executing conditional statements. Now if you execute this code, if the number entered by the user is greater than 0, then the print statement will get executed and display the result as it's a positive number. Otherwise it won't display anything. Let's execute and see the result. Now if I enter a number like 12, if I hit enter, it's saying it's a positive number because the number is greater than 0. So the condition satisfied, it went inside, the following print statement got executed, and within the print statement we gave like it's a positive number that got printed as a result. If suppose if you give a negative number, like if I rerun the same program and if I give a negative number like 9, it won't display anything. The print statement didn't get executed because the condition got failed. As the condition not satisfied, the print statement not executed. And the second type of conditional statement is if-else statement. If-else statement. In the above code, if the condition fails, the print statement not executed, right? In that case, if you want to execute another set of statements, then we go for if-else condition. What an else condition do is, if the condition fails, it will execute the set of statements which are under else block. Okay, let's say I'm going to comment and then I'm copying the same code here. Okay, and I wanted to have a else block here and print a negative number. Here the else keyword must align with the same position as if keyword and maintain the indentation of the statements followed by else keyword. Now let's execute this code and see the result. If I enter a negative number 1, it will print it's a negative number. As I entered the negative number as input, the if condition got failed and the else condition got triggered and the statement followed by else gets executed and the result printed as it's a negative number. And the next conditional statement is if-else statement. If-else statement. In some situations, you may need to validate some more conditions if the previous condition got failed. In that case, we go for if-else statement. Let's understand by an example. Similarly, I'm going to copy the same code here. Then I'm copying same code and I'm printing it here. What I'm doing is I'm going to check one more condition here. If number greater than 0 fails, I want to check one more condition saying number less than 0, and then in the else part I'm going to print it's a 0. Thank you. Now let's execute this code and see how the results will get displayed. So if I say I give positive number, it will print it's a positive number as the first condition got satisfied. And if I run again and I give the negative number as -1, and it will display it's a negative number because the first condition got failed and it ellipse block triggered and it checked again number less than 0. As -1 is less than 0, this condition satisfied and the following print statement got executed and it's printed as it's a negative number. If I rerun again, if I enter 0 as a value, then in this case the else block got triggered because the number greater than 0 and number less than 0 both conditions got failed, the else block got triggered and the following statement got printed as it's a 0. So this is how multiple conditions you can check. You can have more than one ellipse blocks inside a if condition. I have one more condition. Instead of else, what I wanted to do, if number equal to 0, I wanted to execute this particular print statement. Instead of having an else block, I can directly have a ellipse statement here. So now if I rerun this, see how if I enter 0 here, it will go for a validation of third condition because the first two conditions got failed, it directly went to the third ellipse condition and then it printed the sentence as it's a 0. Because the second ellipse condition got satisfied, the following print statement got executed. Basically, else block is an optional one in a if condition. You may or you may not use else block while writing a program. And the final conditional statement is nested if statement. I'm going to copy the same code, then I'm printing same code here. Basically, in our previous example, we verified the previous condition got failed. We are checking another condition. If that also failed, we are checking another condition, right? If the previous condition got satisfied and if you want to check one more condition, then in that case we go for nested if condition. So let's understand by example. So here in this particular condition, if number greater than 0, I wanted to check one more thing. If num %2 equal to 0, then I want the print statement to be printed like it's a positive and an even number. Okay, else I wanted to print like it's a positive number but an odd number. Let's execute and see with different inputs. Okay, now see, I'm giving the value as 12 and the result is it's a positive and an even number because the first condition number greater than 0 got satisfied, it went inside, and number %2 is equal to 0, this condition also satisfied, that's why it went inside again and the following print statement got printed. If I entered a value like 5, it will print it's a positive and an odd number because the first condition got satisfied, it went inside, and the second condition not satisfied and the else block inside and if condition got triggered. So the print statement here is a positive and an odd number got printed. If you enter a negative number, okay, what it will happen is giving a output as it's a negative number, because the first if condition itself is not satisfied. Then it went to an elif block and it checked that number less than 0. As it got satisfied, the print statement got executed and printed the result as it's a negative number. If suppose if I rerun the same thing and if I enter 0 here, and the result is it's a 0, thank you, because the first two conditions, the main if condition and the next elif condition, not satisfied. Finally the last elif condition got satisfied, so the following print statement got executed as a result. So far we have executed conditional statements using relational or comparison operators. Let's understand how the conditional statements will get implemented using logical operators. The logical operators are and, or, not. Let's create two variables like age and citizenship and seek input from user for those two variables, like age equal to in input, please enter your age. Okay, citizenship equal to input, you born in the same country where you want to work. Set back as yes or no. Okay, you, and these are the two variables I created, and now I am going to validate these two variables using logical operators along with relational operators. How I am doing it, if age greater than 18 and citizenship equal to yes, followed by colon, print you are eligible for voting in elections of your country. In this example, if both the conditions age greater than 80 and citizenship is equal to yes, then only the print statement will get executed and print the result as you are eligible for voting in elections of your country. So let's execute and see. So before we go, what we need to do, we need to comment this particular block. Okay, so I commented it so that nothing will execute apart from the block which we actually wanted to. Now let's execute this code and then see what will be the output. If I enter age is 20 and then S as a input, you will be getting you are eligible for voting in elections of your country. Here in both the condition age is greater than 20 and citizenship is equal to yes. That's why both the conditions got satisfied and the following print statement got executed. If suppose if you are using an OR operator in between, I'm going to comment this, and then if age is greater than 0 or citizenship equal to S, then I am going to print like if either the condition satisfied, you will get voting eligibility only after 18 years of your age. Okay, so now let's try to execute this particular statement. Okay, now if I rerun this code, if I enter the age is 17 and the citizenship is as S, then you will see you will get voting eligibility only after 18 years of your age, because the first condition is not actually satisfied. 17 greater than 18, no, it's got failed, but citizenship is equal to yes. That's why we printed you'll get voting eligibility only after 18 years of your age. If suppose if both the things is not satisfied, okay, then how it would be. So let me rerun the same code and I'm entering the value as 17 and I'll be giving the born country as no, then nothing will get executed. Even both the statements got failed, so the following print statement did not get executed. These are the different ways to implement conditional statements using if statement in Python. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to my video channel, please do subscribe and click on the bell notification appearing next to the subscription button so as to receive notifications as and when I upload new video related to Python programming. And also, please do like, share and comment if you have any feedback or queries on the comment section below. I will respond back to you guys. Thank you and I will see you in our next session.